Hi everybody, welcome to Dulcimerica. My name is Futch. Thank you very much for joining me. For the final month of 2022, we've got 5 different tunes. Very simple tunes that you can play pretty much right off the bat. And for the holiday season, that means entertaining friends, family, passers-by while you're busking on the shopping streets, whatever it might be. Today's song is Jolly Old St. Nicholas in the key of G. We're in DAD tuning, and you can download the tablature for this piece of music right down below at my Patreon open house. While you're down there at the open house, I would love for you to kind of take a look around, download everything you can find from the open house tag. If you click on that tag, it'll lead you to over 500 posts with all kinds of stuff: audio, download of sheet music, book excerpts, lesson plans, stuff like that. And at that link, you'll be able to find a lot more than just today's music. You'll find music for the whole month, as well as a lot of free stuff that you can download. And while you're doing all this downloading, I would like to say hello to one of my patrons, Russell McGuire. Russell, thank you so very much for becoming a patron. I really appreciate all of my patrons for being there, because as I continue to work on all the lesson plans and the Dulcimerica episodes, Mailbag Monday segments, special workshops, I realize that when I wake up in the morning, every single thing I do for a living is focused on my patrons, this wonderful community of people who have been with me for a good long time, and we would love it if you would join us too. Whether you play mountain dulcimer, ukulele, Native American flute, piano, or are just interested in learning more about music theory, I have all of my books, CDs, tablature, all of my teaching materials, workshops, all available for just $5 a month or $50.40 for an annual pass. That'll save you 16%, which is basically 2 months free. Unlimited access, you can download everything to your heart's content, and I want to thank all of my patrons, including Russell McGuire. Thank you guys so much for being a part of my art. All right, let's take a look at Jolly Old St. Nicholas. We are in the key of G with the capo at the 3rd fret. 1 sharp on the staff, that's F sharp. And we're in 4/4 time. So you can see it's very simple. We've got quarter notes, half notes, and whole notes. That's it. So let's go ahead and take it at a nice mellow pace. And normally I like to do the melody first, but let's go ahead and play it all. Put it all together at once. We're starting off with 005s. These are G majors. Then D major. That's a 404. So even though we're capoed at the 3rd fret, open is still 0. Means we don't actually touch the string. The capo might be at the 3rd fret, but because we don't touch it, we're going to stick, for continuity's sake, with the idea that no touchy means 0. So 404, 540 is E minor, B minor, 505. For the C at the 6/4, we can go all the way across for C major, but the melody itself is on the middle string, and so we don't want to go higher than the melody, which is on the middle string. So we're not going to play the melody string itself, because that will be higher than the melody and it will bury the melody, which is a bad thing. So try and start your strum from the middle string. That's measures 4 and 5 right there. Sorry, 5 and 6. Notice on that last strum on beat 3 and 4 that we do go to the melody string, because the melody moves back over there. Measure 7 and 8, and now measure 9. Last line. And that's it. That's all there is to it. Let's go ahead and play through it slow again, and then we'll explore some other things that we can do. 1, 2, 3, 4. So what I would do is I would practice that over and over again, one strum per melody note, and just keep playing it and playing it and playing it until you don't have to look at the sheet music anymore and you've got it memorized. When you've got it under your fingers, so to speak, and you've internalized it, then you can start picking up the pace a little bit and having some fun. So one of the things I like to do is sort of drag things out and arpeggiate through them. And arpeggiate means to pick one note at a time. So we can go. You know, just kind of fun stuff. Maybe you could do that as a variation midway through. But something a little less fancy, but still will give this some movement and some groove, is whenever you come to a clear note, like measure 2, measure 4, measure 6. In fact, the pattern is pretty much the same all the way through. We've got some clear notes in measure 2, and then we've got a very much whole note, clear note, measures 4, 8, 12, and 16. So that's where a melody note is sustaining for a long period of time, and that's where our help is required to keep the rhythm going. I like to do that on the bass and on the middle string. So what kind of a rhythm do we have here? Let's see. So I've got kind of it's a very straightforward rhythm. It's very much boom, a lot of straight 4 going on. So we could put a little bit of change in here. I see the camera starting to lean against the dulcimer and it's starting to bounce. All right, let's do that. Now this will be a little weird, but that's okay. So I got this little groove going on here. So if I do accents on 2 and 4, 1, 2, that'll put a slow groove into it. That's kind of fun, the slow groove thing. If it was a little quicker, we could do it quicker, like, but you know, if you just put the accent on every single beat, then there won't be any accent to make it stand out. So, you know, play around with it and see what you think. But there are a couple of different options for just sort of expanding this tune a bit. You could even try changing the chords around, but we'll look at that in a different song altogether. So there is Jolly Old St. Nicholas from the Vault. Thank you guys so much for tuning in. We've got a great tune for Hanukkah coming up next week. So, l'chaim, and we will see you then.